live. HTLA Radio 1 in New York City proudly presents Crash Talk.
Gentlemen, HTLA 97.3 FM in New York proudly presents rock superstar Crash Jesus.
Oh, yes. There you are. There it was. There it is. And there it ever shall be. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that warm welcome. And you're here today listening to Crash Talk on HTLA Radio 1 New York, HTLA973.com. I think, next week we're going to HTLAHD.com, baby. Ooh, yeah. Today's episode, Pope on a Rope. Yes. No response? Oh. That's too bad. Kids, Pope on a rope? Huh? Boo. You know who the Pope is, right? Okay, the Pope is the Roman Catholic global leader. Yes, that's right. So now when I say Pope on a rope, with the whole I quit debacle, now does the title of my show make a little more sense to you, gang? Yeah. Well, there you go, and that's good, and that's the point. But today's show actually isn't so much on the Pope. No. Well, of course we will mention it. I'm not totally callous and heartless. Yeah. No, but kids, we're going to be talking more today about things that actually directly pertain to you all. We're going to be talking about schools today. Oh, no? Okay. Oh, you guys don't like school, huh? Well, that's okay. That'll change, hopefully, if we do our job as parents. Sorry, kids. Anyway, today's show is sponsored by, a company that I've come to know and love, and they're just doing gangbusters more every day, and that's who is that, Kate? We're
powered by Procast.
I bet you kids wish you had one of those little machines. Yes, of course you do, because then you'd be even more loud and annoying. Moving on today with our show, Pope on a Rope, we're going to be touching on a number of issues that more directly affect our children and our school system. Yes, Crash is on the old school thing again. I know what you're going to say. You're always on the damn school thing, Crash, because, well, damn, you don't see anything good in schools. Well, that's actually not true. No, that's not true. You see, back when everything was black and white, kids, and I lived in Canada, we had school, and school was good because we actually was learning stuff, and we wasn't not opposed to say words. You know what I mean? We were supposed to say words because that's how we was learning what the words meant. Well, apparently that's not good anymore here in the United States of America. Oh, no. No, the land of the free, the home of the brave. But don't say swag on school property. Oh, no. No, because if you say that gets you heavy beatdown by the school police is what that does. And then they drag you off to the principal's office, and then they call the parents. How could you raise a child with so much audacity and saying the word swag? SWAG, guys. Look it up. It is an actual term and a word. And if you go to conventions, if you like, Star Trek convention or General Motors' latest car convention, or if you like monster truck shows, you're going to see swag, because corporations, at least normal corporations, give away little freebies, little gift bags, little bits of what they like to call swag. That's right, they do. And you know what? It's not racist, and it's certainly not sexist, and it has nothing to do with anything but the cool stuff you get in the bag. They even call them swag bags. Yes, that's the term that the corporate America has adopted for all the little goodies that you can get for free just by coming and listening to a presentation. So you get your swag bag and you check it out, and well, let's say you're at the Star Trek convention, and damned if you don't go and look in the bag and oh my god, kids, you hold on to your butts, because you're gonna like this. In my swag bag here at the last Star Trek convention, do you know what I got? I kid you not here. I got, and I'm not even joking, a Star Trek T-shirt with a silk-screened Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock autographs. Yes. That's right. And do you know what I did? I took that swag out of my swag bag and I put that shirt on. And do you know what it did? Do you know what it did for me at that convention? Man, I had more girls than I could shake a stick at. Yes, okay, they were glasses-wearing geeky girls, but hey, those are hot. Damn it. Yeah, so I got my swag, and yeah. Actually, the last event that Kate and I were at, we got another swag bag with underwear in it. Yes. It was promoting a new online e-zine, and there was nice men's boxers in there. And I did have the corporate logo on the boxers, but who cares? They were nice boxers, and it was a nice gift. And I love the swag bag. I do. But, of course, with anything, we've got to take a negative spin on every goddamn thing out of a kid's mouth nowadays, don't we? Yes, because swag just doesn't mean all that cool stuff that I just went through. Oh, no. No, there are secret meanings. Oh, yes. Yes, because our kids of America have this secret underground resistance. Yes, and they're resistant to everything that is wholesome and good, and they have this resistance, and they live in tunnels. When they're not in school, they live in tunnels, and they make up secret code words. And apparently, swag has been desecrated. Yes. And now you're probably sitting there as a regular listener to my show going, what is this guy on? Normally, he comes to a point by now. God, what? I'm sitting here listening to Pope on a rope, and he's talking about kids and tunnels and swag. What the hell has happened to Crash Talk? Well, rest assured, gang, nothing's happened to Crash Talk, and I'm getting to my points. I'm not sure, back in the news, somewhere around 6 months ago, there was big explosion reporting out of a certain state in the United States, which I won't mention because they're sure to get a bad name after this. Wow, you bunch of retarded inbred. But anyway, the point of the story was T-shirts. Yes, and no, it wasn't the Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, silkscreen autographed cool shirt like I have. No, it was just, actually, you guys have probably seen them out there. There's tons of them, and they just have printing on them. They're usually a white shirt with black lettering, sometimes white with pink, sometimes white with purple. They change them up, and then, of course, they have the whole black array of T-shirts. Yes, where you can get neon green and neon pink and even just plain old excellent color choices, but the message is kind of the same. And it really all started actually about 5-6 years ago with some public relations and commercial houses and The saying, of course, that I'm talking about in particular today is the quotation, I love tofu. Yeah, and now you're all sitting there going, yep, that's it, Marge. Crash has lost his mind. He's talking about tofu now on his Pope on a Rope show. But no, I'm not talking about tofu. I'm talking about those little kids in the underground again. Those kids in the tunnels. Little Bobby goes up to little Joey and says, hey, look, man, I got 2 I Love Tofu shirts. You take one, I'll take the other. We'll go around back and come in the back way. The teacher won't even know. And by the time she realizes, it'll be too late. We will have spread our message throughout the classroom. And little Joey takes the other shirt and he puts it on, and they go. They go running across the field from their tunnels, and they go into the back way into the classroom. They've got the coats on. They sit down in their chairs. And the teacher wonders why Joey and Billy are sitting there with their coats on. So she asks them, take off your coats, guys. It's warm in here. Which it actually isn't, because schools seem to have a problem, paying for frickin' heating, if you've ever been in your kid's school recently. So little Joey and little Bobby comply, and they take off their coats. Yes. Yes, little Joey and little Bobby sit there with their message declared to the world, I love tofu. Yes. The spring has sprung. The trap has been tripped. The world is in the grip of I love tofu now, yes, because what I left out of that conversation is earlier back in the tunnel, when he was handing out these 2 shirts, he actually had a box behind him with 50. And he handed them out to 50 other children before giving Bobby and himself a T-shirt. And those 50 other kids went off to their schools all across the land, all across the 50 states. Yes, and they did the same thing at the same time. I Love Tofu was in every classroom in America in one single move. And so you're probably sitting at home right now going, yeah, who cares, you moron? Get to the point. Well, the point is that, well, kids are kids. Yeah, they are. And, of course, the meaning of the shirt now is no longer I love tofu. No, it's not about health food products at all. It's not that these kids have secretly been listening to Susan Powter over the last 22 years and have finally sworn off crap food. No, not at all. In fact, you'll see congregations of I Love Tofu T-shirts at your local McDonald's. I'm loving it. And no, I didn't get paid for that. Quite simply, the meaning of the T-shirt has been changed. It has been altered, yes, in that secret little way. That way that nobody seems to know until someone makes some crap up. And then, of course, all of a sudden that is taken as gospel, and it's offensive to one person in the entire United States. So we must go to the Supreme Court and make new injunctions and have hearings and change laws. All for the I Love Tofu T-shirt. Yeah, we must do that. Because, of course, what the kids did is, they're 11, they're 12. They're coming into puberty. They're discovering sexuality. And, of course, when you look at the shirt, I love TOFU, well, you and I, as reasonable adults, you love tofu. I get it. That's cute. I wouldn't wear a shirt advertising that I like to eat bean curd, but whatever floats your boat. But no, the kids have changed this. The kids have come up with, this really means that you love to have sex. It's all about sex. No. It's not actually about sex, gang. It's frickin' bean curd. But because some idiot out there, some little 10 or 11-year-old comes up with, ooh, I love to have sex. That's what it is. F-U, see? Okay? Oh, get it? I made a funny there. F-U-C-K. Well, there you go. There it is. There you have it. And OMG WTF. Yes. 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 So because a couple of kids somewhere have changed their definition in their minds of what that means, and they've whispered it to a couple of their friends in their ears in class, and one of the frickin' teachers has heard this, there's now a national campaign. You cannot wear I love tofu t-shirts to school. It's mighty quiet in here. Yeah. Is that not an outstanding waste of resources, time, and just everything? It kind of reminds me of a situation here in the house not too long ago. My daughter, Gia, she kind of showed me up. Yes, she did. Yeah, we have dinner every night because we're a real family. And we all sit down at the dinner table and we like to regale each other in tales of all the exciting and adventurous things we did today. Or tales of the exciting and adventurous things we're doing tomorrow. Or, in some cases, we even go back. Yes, way back, 3-4 months ago. Hey, remember that exciting, adventurous thing we did back then? That was fun. Well, to make a long story short, she goes and I forget. I got to be honest here. I completely forget the tone of the sentence, the wording of the sentence. But out of my little 12-year-old girl's mouth, thankfully out, not in, comes the word ejaculate. It did. And as you might imagine, it took me back for a moment. Ah, yes, ejaculate. Oh, that's what? Yes. Let this be a lesson to you, kids. Words have more than one meaning. Well, you see, I didn't know this, and my inquisitive little 12-year-old went and actually researched the word. Yes, okay, probably so that she could be justified in saying some words that are inappropriate in any freaking setting, you'd think, and get away with it. I understand that. That's the psychology of kids. They'll do that. But, this was a little different. So, I come back into my office here after dinner, and I'm mad, because she's this kind of person that likes to pull this kind of stuff and get away with it. And I thought, well, there's no way she's getting away with it because the word means one thing that I know of, and she 12? No, what? What are you doing with that boy in the bushes after school, G? Because that's scary. So I'm quite upset, as you can possibly imagine. Well, my lovely wife, Kate, she does what every lovely wife with a brain would do. She went and looked it up. To which I was turned around in my chair and quite appropriately and quickly, I might add, corrected at the meaning of the word ejaculate. In fact, it could be said, based on said definition, that I ejaculate on my show here on Crash Talk quite often. Yeah. Yes, because apparently ejaculate does have another meaning, and that other meaning is to exclaim or expleet. In other words, cry it to the ceiling. Well, if he's crying something to the ceiling, he's ejaculating. Yes. There you go. So, hey, you've learned something new on Crash Talk today. There you go, you little buggers. Now go out and start ejaculating on everybody. Yeah, so, I mean, there we go. We've got these kids, I love tofu, and they put their little meanings into it. And then you've got these other kids that are using words like ejaculate in places where you wouldn't think it's okay. But technically, and thanks to good old Webster's Dictionary, thankfully for her life, it is actually a word, and it does mean to expleet or exclaim, which I do on this show quite often. So maybe it should be crashulate or ejacucrash. Maybe we'll change the name of the show to ejacucrash. No? That wasn't a no. Okay. Well, kind of in keeping with that, that kind of thing in mind, then we go back to swag. You see, this is the big circle I'm doing here. Yeah, so try to keep up with me, gang. It's not really an intellectual show, but I like to think that you can at least keep up with me. So we, of course, are essentially sitting here looking at, well, swag. And with swag, what comes with that? Well, it comes to mind, to me, a lot of what I just, said to you all, in terms of its meaning. And so no harm, no foul, okay, that's cool. Yeah, man, it's just swag, baby. But no, it's not. No, it absolutely is not. And we're going to go for a commercial break here. But when we come back, I'm going to get into what the children have done to swag. Yes, because they've done something to swag. And some subsequent situations that are arising in our schools even today because of swag. Back in 2.
Netflix increased prices by 60%, but they're not the only game in town. Say hello to Blockbuster. They deliver movies right to your mailbox, too. Lots of movies, unlimited movies. Blockbuster offers lots of new releases weeks before Netflix or even Redbox. Plus, Blockbuster has Blu-ray and games at no extra charge. But only Blockbuster lets you exchange your movies instantly at any one of our stores. And you get all of this for under $10 a month. So say hello to Blockbuster again.
When you have cable and can't record all your shows, you feel unhappy. When you feel unhappy, you go to happy hour. When you go to happy hour, you're up for anything. When you're up for anything, you head to a Turkish bathhouse. When you head to a Turkish bathhouse, you meet Charlie Sheen. And when you meet Charlie Sheen, you reenact scenes from Platoon with Charlie Sheen. Don't reenact scenes from Platoon with Charlie Sheen. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
There are machines that can do things for us. Machines that can make things for us. Machines that can see right through us. And machines that want to be us. Want to replace us. But they are not us. There is one machine that makes us greater. A machine so instinctive, so seductive. It's as alive as we are. It doesn't click or buzz. It roars. Jaguar.
I always said shoes are like women. They inspire beautiful music.
But what about these?
Stilettos sound like this.
What does my fragrance inspire?
That's got soul.
My ties are beautiful. They don't need music.
Bringing the stars together. That's the magic of Macy's.
Wow. That was like cool and stuff. You're back with the old Crash Talk on HTLA Radio 1 gang. Yeah. You are listening to HTLA Radio 1 and Crash Talk on my usual Tuesday spot. Today's show is Pope on a Rope. Yeah, we'll get to him, but he's not important anymore, really. No, why would he be? Because, I don't like this job. I retire, huh? Yeah, the Pope has quit. Out of there. Howdy. He's got himself a nice apartment somewhere in Venice or something. Yes, because that's what popes do. Oh, wait, no, it's supposed to be for life. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm getting all confused now with all the swag. Yes. So getting back to our discussion, I love tofu. And I do, actually. Well, not the food. I love the kids' meaning of the thing there. Yeah. That's right. That's how you make more kids, and kids are good, right, kids? No? All right. Well, I think they've gone to sleep. It's past their nap time. there some union rule about that? Having all these kids cooped up in the studio every day? Anyway, getting back to swag. Yes. Well, in the same way that the devious children in the underground tunnels came up with I Love Tofu and how to bastardize that to their own ends, apparently, older children, 14 to 17 in high school, have found new ways to bastardize other words. That's right. Oh, my God, and like, what word did they use? Oh, my God, it's swag. Yeah, secretly... Yeah, you can't even hear the crickets. They're not even responding. Secretly with a gang. Yes. I wonder if that was invented by the same gentleman that told them all that it would be very cool to keep your pants down around your knees. I wonder if that's it. And who is that guy? You know, in this day and age of give me some back-end points, give me some copyright infringement here, give me some... who owns that? Who owns that stupid style? Well, I can tell you, because I can tell you I know the origins, know where it came from. It came from prison, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it did. So now, each one of you out there, all of you parents out there that actually let your kid go out the door wearing them hanging down pants, looking all gangsta-like, you know what you're actually doing? You're advertising to the world that your children are ready for sex. Yes, you are. Because it came from prison, and that was well, to actually come out and say it, it was the black people, yes, it was those black people again, in prison, who came up with these little clothing codes. That's what they called them, the clothing codes. Well, clothing codes. Okay, so you're ready for sex because you got your pants half down around your knees there. Okay, well, I guess that kind of makes sense in a practical sense, doesn't it? Don't got to be hampered by no pants when you're getting to the goods. Ba-dum-cha. So, we've got our children of America, and they're all dressing up like this. Yo, bro, let me ask you a question. Excuse me? I believe you're getting your swag mixed up with my tea. No, you know, it's not even about the British proper English. It's not really even about that. I mean, sure, you're going to have slangs, different cultures, different... societal groups. These things are naturally going to develop. But where the hell did our sense of progress as humanity go? You know, we're very proud in this country of our space program, the amazing things that they do at NASA, the amazing things that those flying ace test pilots do, the way they risk their lives. Lord knows Sally Ride, she paid the price. And what was that price for? It was for excellence. It was for reaching beyond ourselves. It was we're going where no man has gone before, which takes me back to my Star Trek shirt. And damn, I'm proud of that. Just as I know Sally Ride's family is proud of her. Just as I know anybody who has given their life in the pursuit of things greater than we are as people. What must they think when we present our children in such a way that essentially they're idolizing and glorifying lifers in penitentiaries all across this country, and your kid's inviting sex? Now, I understand that, you know, out in the world is not like in prison. I understand that, but when you put in an institution that is a school, and yes, I'm going there, an institution that is a school is, for the most part, elements-wise, quite a bit like penitentiaries. No, you don't have the guards in the guard towers with the rifles and the razor wire yet, but certainly we're getting there in our schools. So now we're left with a situation now where we've got, you know, yo, brother, swag, baby. Yeah, I'm secretly with a gang. There's problems all over this. I could go on a 17-hour marathon show talking about all the different angles of all the different problems of all the different social groups of all the different... Holy crap, people. Secretly with a gang. Well, what is it? You're secretly with a gang or you're really with a gang? Don't screw up my word swag for nothing, buddy, because, now I can't use it. I get my bag from the convention center now, and it's a gift bag. So what? I can call my little gift bag a gift bag for as long as it takes for you little peanut heads to wrap yourself around 4 more words you can make out of gift that means something shitty? Thanks. Can't wait for you to do that. Absolutely not. Well, if you're ready for sex, you're ready for sex. Have a condom. Don't wear your pants halfway down your body. If you're ready to be a ganger and go out and kill for your posse, be proud of that. Don't be secret. No, because if you're willing to lay your life on the line for these other idiots, for whatever reason, why is it so secret? You don't see MS-13 going around cowardly sneaking around all secret-like. No. They advertise, bitches. Yes, they do. All over every wall they get their little mitts on. Yo, that's tough, yo. Aight? Don't be axing around here. Yeah. Got a whole world of problem with axing, but don't get me started. No, because it is about the Pope, and I'm going to get to it. But before I get to the Pope, because, it's hard to rip the Pope a new one, but it does say something when he just up and quits. I'm gonna issue a complaint right now to all you wannabe secret gangbangers out there. Don't be screwing up any more of my words. If you want words, make your own. But of course, with limited schooling, that's not going to happen. And by limited schooling, I don't mean that you don't graduate grade 12, because in this country, schooling levels are appalling. I think you're third worst in the entire world. The United States is for our educational level. So you all be proud you get your grade 12 diploma. Congratulations. In Canada, you got grade 7. And that I can say with absolute certainty because we're number 3 in the world. And we don't kill words. No. We might invent a new one from now and then, for something new, like you would do, for a new thing, right? Didn't have silicon until we identified it and named it. Now we got a valley and some chips and a whole lot of nice luxury homes because of it, don't we? Yeah, silicon's had its day. And oh my, what a glorious day it is. But unfortunately for swag and tofu, sorry guys, you're screwed. You're out of the dictionary. It's secret. We can't tell anybody about you anymore. It's bad. And here's the other thing. Where does a school get off? Because they are. Where does a school get off saying that certain words are no longer allowed on the premises of the school? Excuse me. The more I look around at this country, the more I look at the 49.9 million people in this country, 1/6 of your entire population in the United States, living under the poverty line. People can't pay their mortgages, their rent. They and their kids are being thrown out of their homes, thrown out onto the street. They can't pay electricity. There are families, and make no mistake, there are families in this country that are doing without electricity, without running water for months at a time because they simply can't afford it. But that's a whole other 60-show series, isn't it? But now the schools have outlined, no, you cannot have I Love Tofu t-shirts in school. No, you cannot say swag. It also has another secret meaning, too. Something to do with the homosexual community. Something about secretly something gay. Well, thanks to feminism, haven't all the gays come out of the closet? Why is it a secret? I'm just curious because, I can see maybe being secretly with the gang because, the 5-0 come down on us, see? Yes, the 5-0. Yes. As in Hawaii 5-0. Yes, a show from the 70s. So let's come up with a new name for the police. The Popo. Yeah, we'll call them the 5-0, because that's cool, y'all. Right, dog? Are you feeling me? I know. You're probably sitting there going, wow, Crash is all but wearing a British wig and robes and smoking a cigar and drinking tea and talking to the Queen like, oh my gosh, my dear, do you know what they did to the word swag? But I'm not doing that. Don't be so idiotic. I'm sitting here making a commentary on what? Us. That's right. Us as a people in the United States of America. Us who sit there after, well, luckily if we have a job, coming home from work and having that fatty dinner and letting that cable TV just wash all over us, take our cares away. Yeah. What about your kids? Yeah. What about after-school programs? How are your kids today? Have you checked in with them? Kate and I do it every day with our kids, but from what I understand, that's not the norm. Do you know your kids' names? And here's the sad thing. In some cases, the parent has to think about it. I'm not exaggerating here. This is all the stuff I see, almost on an everyday basis. We can't say words at school. We can't wear certain clothes. It's okay to have our pants halfway down our body for sex. I mean, help me out here if I'm wrong, but I mean, I drop the kids off at school. I see what the other kids are wearing. And all around me, I'm looking at this as a 45-year-old man thinking, wow, that isn't a fashion statement. They're following suit to inmates in a penitentiary because someone thinks that's cool. Well, who is that someone? Is that the music industry? It sure could be. You could look at any rapper, R&B, or hip-hop video today, and you could certainly find enough evidence of the accent and the pantsin and the swag. Couldn't you? If we as parents actually stopped and watched some of this shit that's being pumped into our kids, we might actually notice some of these same things I'm noticing too. Because I'm not insane. No, I know you think I probably am. Yeah, he's just lost his shit. He's just done. HTLA will be dead in a week. Isn't that right, kids? Oh. See, there you are. I knew you'd wake up from your nap. That's right. Well, you missed the T-shirt giveaway, kids. We were giving away swag. I know, but don't worry. Don't worry. Homie G said he'd be back next week. Mm-hmm. Well, the entire society can topple, and as long as I've got my coffee, I'm going to be good to go. So anyway, yeah, so what are we doing here? So many of my shows before on so many different topics always come back to the family. Have you noticed that? And I wonder why that is. Really ask yourselves, how much time in a week do you really spend with your kid? Do you talk to them every day about the things they're doing, the things they've done? Maybe having an open enough communication system where you could actually talk with them about but weren't sure. See, we do that here. Yes, we do. We have those conversations at dinner table every night. I remember it wasn't too long ago Gia asked about drugs. There you go. Now, a lot of parents would just fly off the handle, jump out of their seat, beat the kid, throw it in its room, and just ignore it for the next 6 months because that's too scary. And God, I remember when I was on drugs and I almost freaking died, and oh, it's just bad news. But I had so much fun and really good sex on them. But you don't want to tell your kids that, do you? Well, really, why not? You're human. They're human. Uh-huh. Do you see the correlation there? We need to kind of, I think, let down our guard a little more in terms of what's politically correct or what's socially acceptable, or if it's going to piss off that Hindi guy over there, or if the blacks will be offended, or a little less time worrying about all that other garbage and a little more time worrying about our children. That's what I think. Kids are the future, right? Yeah. That's right. You little runts are Now we're at the point where, we don't want to upset somebody with the use of a word like swag. Or certainly, coming up next on the chopping block will be my gift bag. Gift will be the next thing that they'll screw up and change and bastardize and turn into something else heinous. And, well, soon I'll just be left with a bag. Not a gift bag, not a swag bag, just a bag. Kind of reminds me of that old saying, being left holding the bag, doesn't it? We'll be back in 2.
You get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Netflix increased prices by 60%, but they're not the only game in town. Say hello to Blockbuster. They deliver movies right to your mailbox, too. Lots of movies, unlimited movies. Blockbuster offers lots of new releases weeks before Netflix or even Redbox. Plus, Blockbuster has Blu-ray and games at no extra charge. But only Blockbuster lets you exchange your movies instantly at any one of our stores. And you get all of this for under $10 a month. So say hello to Blockbuster again.
No one just hands you the title, most advanced technology in its class. It needs to be earned. Earned with smart beam headlamps. Earned with vented temperature control seats. Earned with an 8.4-inch touchscreen. And if you're driving one, you know what it means to earn something.
Euphoria, Calvin Klein.
HTLA Radio 1.
Yes, gang. We are back. Yes, we are. We are back. You are listening to Crash Talk on HTLA Radio 1 at HTLA973.com. And today's episode of Crash Talk is, of course, Pope on a Rope. We're talking about the Pope, the great leader of the Roman Catholic planet, who has recently resigned. I am out of here. I'm living now with my cat in some place in Venice, I think. I don't really know. Actually, to be totally honest with you, because I always am blatantly on this show, I don't know where the hell the Pope's gone. Could not tell you. If somebody came and offered me $500 million right now and a team of hitmen to go kill the Pope and that money is mine, I wouldn't know where to send them. I don't know. I'd probably send him to a mall in Milwaukee somewhere. Don't know where he went. Don't really care. Never really did. But millions of you all across the planet do know and love our Pope, who has recently departed. And no, I don't mean in the physical sense. He has just resigned his lovely commission there at the Vatican and has gone off to pursue, a career in customizing cars. Yes. Now he can go Pope someone's ride. Come on, that was good. Pope my ride. Maybe I gave Italian TV a new reality show. And speaking of reality shows, I just got one the other day. Yeah, I was walking down the street, minding my own business, and this chick was like, "Hey, I need you for a reality show." And I was like, "Sorry, ain't got time for that." And she's like, no, seriously, I need a director for this reality show. It's for major network television, and you're here and available. And I said, well, I'm not really available. And they said $60,000. And I said, okay, I'm available. But I won't leave my Crash Talking friends. And they said, well, $70,000. And I said, okay, bye, Crash Talking Friends. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. But I did pick up a gig directing. And, of course, Kate actually ended up picking up the gig for writing 27 contracted episodes of this new reality show of a concept that is currently not on the air. And it's pretty exciting. So we're going to be starting pre-production Wednesday, tomorrow. Tomorrow, kids. Are you asleep? Kids! Yeah. That's right. Go back to sleep now. I won't need you for at least 6 minutes. So we picked that up, and that's going to be going on. I'm going to make for a very busy summer, and I'm going to be on the road a lot. But rest assured, your Crash Talk and all your other HTLA faves will still be coming to you live every week, because that's how we roll. Which is kids in school and now dress codes. Yeah, so if the first 40 minutes of this show weren't enough to prime you for this, I don't know what is. You've heard me banter on ad nauseum about the use and misuse of words, the use and misuse of fashion and what's acceptable and what's not, because you might piss somebody off. Now we have a story that comes out today from Jane Yamamoto. And Jane actually reports that the prom dress code highlights harassment of gay students at San Bernardino County High School, ACLU. Foster hostile and harassing climates for gay students at Sultana High School in particular. But I have a funny feeling that this isn't just at Sultana High School. No, it probably reaches far, far further than that, doesn't it, everyone? Yes, of course it does, because it's everywhere in America, isn't it? You know, feminism also gave us that ability to come out of the closet and be gay. It's great to be gay. Hell, yes, it is. Absolutely. Nothing against it. But in any kind of relationship or interaction with you that I might have as an individual at a school, whether or not I'm an adult or a child is completely irrelevant. Who you sleep with matters not to me. We're at school. So, in other words, what I'm saying, if you listeners out there can conceive it, is I'm saying simply that if I'm an adult at a school, I must be either a teacher or a parent in for a meeting or somebody that works in the office or the physical education teacher or I'm servicing the building in some way from another company. For whatever reason I'm on those grounds as an adult, it's to do with any kind of business not to do with my choice of who I have sex with. And it would be my assumption, this is just me thinking outside the box, I know, but it would be my assumption that anybody else at that school, whether they're an adult or a child, for whatever purpose or reason, would be in the same boat as me. Does that seem kind of correct, kids? Well, you see, I thought it would be because, you know, the school is a place for kids to learn and adults to teach and parents to participate in programs and all that good stuff. That's what the schools are for. They're not a platform from which to tell the world whom, what, or anything else that I do in the privacy of my own bedroom or home. So this story kind of got me to the point where, you know what, I was going to do an entire show on the Pope because apparently it matters. But I've decided in the interests of, humanity and really the societal breakdown of the United States in particular, to bring this a little more in the forefront of attention rather than, the Pope quit and now we've got to replace him with another one. Who cares? That guy, whoever that guy is in the beanie and the white suit, ain't going to help us, America. It's not going to happen. We have to help ourselves. And in order to help ourselves, we have to identify what the problems are. So kind of look at me as the problem fairy. Yes, I'm flying around. I'm flitting. I'm going everywhere, and I'm indicating where all the freaking problems are so that you all can grab a brain and fix them Yes, that's my new mission in life. So anyway, getting back to school. Students at the high school in San Bernardino County are being told they must wear gender-specific attire to prom and for yearbook photos. Well, now, I'm going to stop there because I want to make a very interesting point about that. Since when is that news? That would be expected behavior from any school, wouldn't you think? Sure. Yeah, the guys show up in tuxes, the girls show up in prom dresses. It's more than expected. It's what they call tradition. And, back 40, 50 years ago when this country had a backbone, those traditions were in place for a reason. And the more that feminism has taken hold and done away with every single aspect of any of these traditions or ideologies, the further down the slope into hell we are going. And I'm not religious, and I don't believe in heaven or hell, but it's a figure of speech, and it's quite an accurate one from what I'm to understand. So the students in the San Bernardino County are being told they must wear gender-specific attire to prom and for yearbook photos. So you might ask yourself, well, why? If girls are girls and guys are guys, how come by the time they hit prom they don't know that they're supposed to be wearing pants or dresses? I'm a little confused, Crash. Well, I can alleviate your confusion. Because after being told they must wear gender-specific prom for attire to prom and for yearbook photos, that prompted the ACLU to demand, not ask, not put in a word, demand district officials step in to end discrimination against students by teachers and administrators at the school. Really? Where was the ACLU when I Love Tofu came along? Because while I don't love the bean curd, I certainly love the other meaning, and, well, damned if some kid didn't come up with that other meaning. Oh, yes, I love to have sex. But that's not okay either. Nope, can't do that. So now we can't have a guy wearing a dress or a girl wearing a tux. Really? Really? We're going there? The ACLU is going there? End discrimination against students by teachers and administrators at the school. They're pointing their fingers at the very people that we have teach and administrate our schools. Wow, I don't even know what the hell gender non-conforming student is. Seems to me that definition is gay, but apparently it's not because they've thrown this other descriptive specifically in that sentence as well. Now, teachers and administrators have made discriminatory comments about gay people and have not stepped in to stop bullying by students, the ACLU said. Well, here's a little news for you. I've got a daughter right here. She's not gay that I know of. Of course, I don't sleep with her, so it's none of my effing business, first of all, ladies and gentlemen. She gets bullied all the time at school. She's not gay. Bullying happens because kids will be kids, and unless there's proper discipline meted out to those offenders bullying, nothing is going to happen. Well, except you'll have a lot more suicides from the kids who are being bullied. Because, we can't do anything about this, really. Not really, because, well, it might offend that person over there, or they might belong to a church of bulliers, and it might offend the church of bullying. What? Yeah. Kyle Boda, president of the Sultana Gay Straight Alliance, said that the atmosphere has proven distracting to learning. Well, you know what? So is taking out words because some asshole somewhere comes up with another meaning for it. But we won't go there, will we? No, because they're attacking the gays. Well, in America's constant sense, since that American spirit that we all have to do good by people, to rescue people when they're in trouble, to to call 911, to get involved, to be proactive, to all of these things. I guess now we're hopping on that. Well, the gays and the straights are being downtrodden upon, so we have to. Quota is that all students should feel safe and free to be themselves at school. Well, they can't wear the tofu shirts. They can't even say the word swag anymore. But they're still advertising for sex with their pants down around their knees. But all students should feel safe and free to be themselves at school. Well, free to be yourself wouldn't be freedom of expression, would it? Because then that gives people the right to have an I Love Tofu shirt on while they're talking to their friend about the cool swag they got at the last comic book convention and, dare I say, continue to advertise for sex. Where is this line? How does the ACLU enforce anything or even have a standpoint without some sort of boundaries or rules within themselves? You can't have it both ways. So the question here is why is the ACLU hopping on this whole, oh, well, you can't wear a tux if you're a girl and you can't wear a dress if you're a boy BS at this particular high school when we've got this other crap rampant all across the country and it's just left unchecked. Well, it's because the ACLU can't get any press doing that because that's just fixing stuff. We don't want to fix stuff. We just want to blow the whistle and get all important, don't we? Yes. Bodo went on to say, I'm hopeful the administration does the right thing and creates a safe environment where we can be ourselves without the fear of being harassed. Levi Smithson Johnson, a senior at Sultana High School, said the alleged discrimination began last year when students formed a gay-straight alliance club on campus. Yes, this is something we know is going to piss a lot of people off, so we are forming a gay-straight alliance club. We're going to have a flag. It's going to have all the rainbow colors in it. We're going to wear our colors. Oh, wait, aren't you making a gang? And then if you're making a gang, is that swag? Are you secretly with the gang? No, you're coming out now because of the feminism thing. You can come out now without any fear of repercussions. Oh, but the bullies are bullying you. That would be what we call in Canada repercussions. That's right, because when you put out an action and you get a reaction, that would be from your action. Yes? Right. The need to speak like a woman when you're a man. That seems to be an incessant need with a lot of gay men. They have to talk like girls because it's just so much more fun, and you get to see like your girlfriends. You go out with your girlfriends to the bar and stuff, and then you go home with them afterwards and hang out and have a few beers and talk and maybe drop some ecstasy, and then you get to see them take their clothes off, and it's so cool because you're just one of the girls. I'm sorry, I can't get that right now. I'm on the air. You take a message. Yes, you call back another time. So what is it? So you talk like a girl, but you're a guy. That seems to be what we would call an abnormality. Wouldn't it be fair to say that? I mean, if I'm not correct, let me know. But it seems to me that that's where all that reaction comes from. Am I correct? Hello? Take a number. We're not having callers on Crash Talk. No. You can send me an email, though. Yes, that's right, at crashradio@live.com. Yes, caller, if you're there, crashradio@live.com. I'm not picking it up. Oh, no, it's not happening. Anyway, getting back to the show here. It's saddening that they would even want to discriminate or even try to hide anybody of their sexual orientation or gender, he said. Well, you don't have to hide it. You just don't have to advertise it. It goes back to that whole gay pride parades thing. Why the hell do you guys need a parade? I don't get a heterosexual day parade. I wouldn't mind a day off to celebrate my heterosexualness. But I don't get that. Maybe it's because I should talk like a woman all the time. Maybe I would get it then because people would be afraid of the ACLU sending them a letter. Maybe that's what I should do. Is that it? Is that really it? Have we evolved to the point in society where we have to lever all this crap that has come about as a result of feminism to to manipulate and function well in society now? Really? Do we have to? We can't work out our own differences. Hell no. Let's just call the ACLU or the FBI or whoever else you can think of at the time, right? Well, in a statement, interim superintendent McLaughlin said he was returning to the district from spring break to, quote, personally oversee a thorough examination of this situation. Okay. These allegations are deeply concerning, and they have my full and unfocused attention. Yes. While the ACLU letter focuses specifically on the rights of gay and lesbian students, I see it as a moral imperative to reinforce the current efforts in place regarding anti-bullying and tolerance throughout the district. You know, if these gay people and these lesbian people, well, they're both gay, so it's a woman who's gay. How is that lesbian? Why do they get a different word? It's the same thing. If I lose my arm in Iraq and I come home, I'm an amputee. You know, I didn't lose my arm in a war that was bullshit and we never should have been there in the first place. No. You're an amputee. Yes, it's cleaner that way. Oh, that's Chris. He's just an amputee. Don't worry about him. They didn't shoot his mouth or anything. Yeah, unfortunately, right, guys? Anyway, I'm an amputee. Okay, so now all of a sudden, I go to work. Let's say this isn't a school. Let's say this is a workplace and these are freaking adults. So you've got gay adults, you've got lesbian adults, and you've got an amputee, and we're all there working. If there's any bullying going on at work, the police are called and criminal charges are laid. The shit doesn't fly. It doesn't go. So I submit to you all that if it doesn't fly in our workplaces, why are we allowing it to fly in our schools, period? Let's address that bullying thing first, because that's actually responsible for frickin' deaths. It's nothing so asinine as a guy wanting to wear a dress to his prom or a girl wanting to wear a tuxedo. It's just not. Well, there you have it. A quote here went on further here. Amber Sanford said she'd like to see the school's treatment of LGBTQ and gender nonconforming students change drastically. Let's go back to that again for a second. LGBTQ. What? Is that a new word? If I put that on a t-shirt now, am I going to not be able to wear it at school if I come up with a different meaning for it? Absolutely. Because as you've learned in this show, we've lost swag and we certainly can't love tofu anymore. No, we can't. Anyway, Stanford says she plans on wearing a dress and heels to the prom. Well, it's good. She's a girl. She can wear a dress and heels. But has close friends who would be affected by the dress code. Any student should be able to wear whatever they want, no matter if they are a boy or a girl, because it's what they feel comfortable in, she said. Well, absolutely. If you're comfortable as a guy in a prom dress with heels on, you should be allowed to wear that. Sure. Yes. Because it's all about comfort. When I get up and get dressed every morning and go out and take on my day, I don't necessarily get dressed for me. No, I brush my hair and I brush my teeth and comb my face and do all that good stuff and put on the clothes and look all good and presentable to go out into the public. That's what I do, because there's just a basic level of respect that, you wouldn't walk around the streets naked. Why would you? Nobody wants to see that. Hell, I don't want to see that. Christy Brinkley would never do it, so, no luck there. So why would we want to see anybody else doing it? We wouldn't. And, of course, that's why it's illegal. You must wear clothes when you go out of your house. What clothes is still our choice, but how far do we go before they take that away? I don't know. It's not good. Ah, yes, look, it's the Little Muffin. Hello, Little Muffin. Yes, I have all kinds of friends around the studio today here at HTLA. We've got meetings going on. I don't know, you can hear some expletives going off there. Somebody's ejaculating on the crowd out there. And yeah, Muffin, you'd have to be here earlier to to understand that joke. But, so California law makes it crystal clear schools cannot discriminate against LGBTQ students based on sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, said Melissa Goodman, ACLU attorney. Wow, an educated woman attorney is saying this. Again, I go back to, why do we have to advertise to anybody who or what we sleep with in bed having sex? Why does that matter to anybody at a school? If I'm not going to be having sex all over the school, it doesn't matter to anybody, does it? It shouldn't. And maybe take it a little further, Maybe my other reason for being on that school ground is that I'm a teacher. I'm one of the faculty. Yes, Professor Crash. That's what I'd be called, Professor Crash. Oh, good morning, students. Welcome. Professor Crash's English class. Yes, and I would drink my tea all day and smoke my cigars and teach English in a fine herringbone jacket. Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't, because I can't smoke my cigar in the school. That might offend somebody. Yes, there's laws against that, Mr. Crash. You're coming with us. Oh, yes, mark my words. But we're going to allow somebody to wear a frickin' dress. And not any somebody, a guy. Because he's gay. Well, I smoked the cigar, officer, because I'm a smoker. Oh, but that doesn't matter, because the smell of it is offending somebody. Or you're killing yourself. Well, that's great. I'm killing myself. What's it to you? It's myself to kill. Right? Or no? No, well, apparently we don't have that right, do we? That's illegal also. So, I can't kill myself if I come up with a reason good enough to reason to myself that is good enough to end my life. I can't do that. But this guy over here can wear a prom dress and heels to a prom because he's gay. Are you guys starting to understand the absolute no-sense moronity? And yes, I think I made up a new word, moronity, that is going on here. Not cool. Well, it isn't a cigar. It's a finely hand-tooled Corinthian tobacconist product, which I am very proud to be smoking. And thank you, HTLA, for letting me smoke in the damn control room. Because that's just the way I work. And they know that. And it's muchly appreciated. Although they're probably calling the cops right now to have me hauled away and thrown in jail with that guy in the dress. Oh, but wait, the guy in the dress doesn't go to jail. I keep forgetting. See, this is so confusing. Oh my God, political correct what? If these things would kind of make sense on a complete and total line down the line, I think we'd be better off. But they don't. They're ever changing, and God, don't piss this wacko off because he wants to be able to urinate in the hallways of our school because it's his religious belief, or he'll call the ACLU or the WWPA or the what? That's the thing. Where do we draw the line? Maybe here we go. Here's a hypothetical what if. What if we have an immigrant that comes up from Namibia? Yes. We talk about Jason Ubuntu. I'm from Namibia. I am school teacher. I come to the USA to immigrate and raise my family and live the American dream, teaching your American students. I will come, I will teach. Mr. Abunda. Yes. So Mr. Abunda comes into this country. He gets all his forms filled out. He's got his visa. He goes to work in our schools. And this is where we learn that Mr. Abunda is part of the Hudutsu. Yes, and the Hudutsu is a religion. Yes, man. It's a religion. Can't screw with that. Well, maybe every day at noon. Yeah. Every day at noon. He unzips his pants, pulls them right off, gets up out of his teaching chair, because the kids are all gone for lunch, and he walks down the hallway, pissing. Let's check that out, gang. How you liking that so far? So, Mr. Ubuntu is walking down the hallways of the high school, pissing. And, of course, 6 security jump him and teachers are freaking out and kids are pointing and laughing and all the shit ensues and the cops are called. And next thing you know, we find out that Mr. Abutu is just practicing his religion. And every day at noon, he goes and does the walk of Pima. Yes, the walk of Pima, man. We pee when we walk. It flicks side to side and spread the Holy Spirit. Okay? Are you with me so far? So every day at noon, he's spreading the Holy Spirit. He's pissing all over the school. And we can't do anything now because you all have made a society where we can't impede on anybody else's religious beliefs. Oh, no! That gay boy has to be able to go to his prom in a dress and heels. Well, guess what? Mr. Abutu, every day at noon, has to walk down those halls and piss everywhere because he's spreading the Holy Spirit. But you don't like that, do you? I can tell you one person that doesn't like it even more than you. The janitor of the school. Because every day at 12:10, he's out there with the mop and the pail, mopping up the Holy Spirit, isn't he? That's right. And we'd tolerate that. Yes, we would. We'd send him right back to his job that afternoon and go back teaching English, man. Yeah? Of course we would. Because we can't make anybody feel bad anymore. Oh, no. No, we just can't have that. So he's going to piss in your school. Right. See, that's a complete fantasy world, isn't it? Because every parent with a kid in that school would be having huge holy meetings about, no, you fire that guy right now, school board. He's gone. He can go piss on somebody else's school, not ours. That's right, it wouldn't wash. Because it's not acceptable, damn it. See, it's no different than the smoking thing. It's not. I'm not making this up, gang. This is real. Anyhow, students and lawyers allege that the administrators have censored the Gay-Straight Alliance group's public announcements, flyers, and activities such as movie screenings. There's gay movies? I didn't know there was gay movies. Well, I mean, I knew there was gay movies, but those are gay porn movies. Certainly the Gay-Straight Alliance group is not showing gay porn movies in their school. No, because that would be like Mr. Abutu walking down the hallway pissing everywhere. It wouldn't be acceptable. So somebody would write a letter and it would stop. So how is the school actually impeding your ability to show gay movie screenings? Well, if by chance it's not the fact that it's gay porn, but it's more the fact that it's an independent film that was created by a gay person, then you might have a case. And if that is the case, that needs to be settled in a court, not a letter to the ACLU. The ACLU letter noted that the gay teacher who was the advisor to the Alliance group was told she was a bad fit after she helped a student file a complaint against a teacher and her contract was not renewed. Oh, so see, she's the one walking down the hall pissing everywhere. See how they got rid of her? Her contract's not renewed. The lawyers want written assurances from the district by March 25th that discrimination will end at the school. Well, that kind of brings me back to that whole pissing down the hallway, doesn't it? You know, if that's my religious belief that every day at noon I walk down that hall and I piss all over the place, spreading the Holy Spirit, and that's my religion, now what have we done to ourselves? We got no business telling Mr. Abutu he can't do that, because that's what he believes. He's not really pissing down the hall. That's what you and I are believing he's doing, because we're watching him do it. But to him, it's spiritual. He's doing it to spread the Holy Spirit. And every day, 5 minutes later, the poor janitor comes behind with the mop and the bucket, sucking up that Holy Spirit. We got to figure this stuff out, gang, because it ain't going to get any better from here. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. It's been a hell of a good Crash Talk. Kind of went over my time, 74 minutes. Sue me. Somebody sue me. It's all good. We will be getting with you again here pretty shortly. Check out the website, htla973.com, for all of our wonderful shows and features and all kinds of good stuff happening. And what else is there to say, you know? The old tagline, Crash, life sucks, and I'm gone.
CLA